Hello guys, welcome back to 1878 Blues. This is the match preview from Newcastle United v Everton at St James Park on Wednesday night. Everton go into this after losing their last two games against United, Man United and Tottenham. And Newcastle go into this in reasonably good form. Newcastle have only been beaten once this season from a late winner by Carvalho for Liverpool. Controversial winner. So, Newcastle could have been the only team unbeaten this season. And, they're doing a really good job. Eddie Howe's done a great job with them, to be honest. You could say, you wanted the money and whatnot, but you still got to get a team to play together and work together. I think he's organised every part of that squad. They're so balanced at the moment. Defensively, they're sound. They're not conceding too many. They're competing in games as well. Like obviously, like I said, they've only lost one game. They competed with Liverpool till right at the end. Man City as well with that 3-3 draw. I'm worried about this game, but in the back of my mind, this is the Premier League, and you can go into a game as much as you want, thinking there's absolutely no chance. In the Premier League, there's a chance for everyone, regardless of how shit you are or whatnot. I predicted yesterday that Liverpool beat City, and I said Salah will score. I said 3-1, 2-1 or 3-1. No one predicted it. My mate said, James Milner plays a right back, they're done for. They've got this player, City third, and blah, 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 blah. There's absolutely no chance. And I said, nah, I'm just getting a feeling. And, I'm not always right, but I'm just saying, I had a feeling that Liverpool beat City. I don't think City are all that attacking-wise, yeah, defensively. There's a few mistakes in there, or it's just not as strong as it used to be, in my personal opinion. So when Liverpool won, I wasn't too surprised. In recent record, us against Newcastle hasn't been great. Yes, we won that. We won the game at home last season in the 98th minute or whatever it was with that Iwobi goal. We lost 3-1 against Newcastle, which was one of the worst games I've seen us play in years. We was fucking horrendous in that match. Yes, the 3-1, it's not like getting beat 5-0, 6-0, whatever. We was just fucking useless in that game. I raged so much. You can watch me reaction. It's on this account from last season. So I was just fuming of how we just kind of capitulated. We should have knew. In that game, we obviously needed a point, and Newcastle did at the time as well. But Newcastle on their up. They just got taken over. The crowd was pumped up and everything. And I just thought we flopped. Like, we just couldn't react to it, and it was horrific to see. All we had to do was match them in terms of with hard work, running, covering the grass, being aggressive, all that kind of stuff. We just didn't match them at all. They bullied us, and I just thought it was one of the most pathetic performances I've ever seen from an Everton squad in my life. And I'm hoping, with the improvements of, yes, we lost 2-0 to Tottenham, but it was 5-0 last year, and we was fucking hopeless in that game. We know that it's a different situation this season, but we're not too far off from the bottom. 2 games ago, I was looking at it going, I'm looking at the top, and now 2 games later, we're starting to nervously edge that towards that end of the table, and now we're currently sitting at 14th. I'm like, another loss here. Your 3 losses in a row then. Yes, all tough games. But if you want to compete in the Premier League, most games are tough. So you have to dig deep and get the points, and we have been doing it, apart from the past 2 games. Listen, this game's going to be too soon for Holgate and Godfrey. Holgate, to be honest. Godfrey's out till after the World Cup. Too soon for Holgate. I never thought I would want Holgate in the squad, but I do, because it works with what we've got in defence. I'm desperate for that to come back, to be honest, because I'm just a bit nervous about Newcastle and the lack of, the wingers they have and the pace they have. I'm just nervous about the lack of pace again, about our defensive. And it's weird me saying that, because the other games you could have, he's probably said that as well in a match preview, and say, I'm worried about the slowness. But we've gone and managed to win them games, but the opposition wasn't as good. We're playing against good players, not like really good players. Teams are up there in the league, and we're struggling, and it's a worry for me. And all I'm hoping for is Newcastle going to have a bad day, and they're going to have to get beat at some point. Well, they've been beaten, we know that, but I mean, they can't just keep going on in this league with just one loss, till January or something. Like, I can't see that happening. And they're going to slip up at some point at home as well. So, hoping we're the team to do that. I'm hoping we're going to frustrate them to fuck and then counter attack them. And hopefully, for fuck's sake, the wingers or whoever's up top fucking just takes the chance. Because, again, it's one of them games where it's going to be tough at St James Park, no matter how shit Newcastle are. Or what situation they're in. It's tough regardless, and you don't always get many chances when you go there, and we certainly don't anyway. So we have to take them, because again, we might as well just not turn up, because we're just going to get beat again. And the first half, that's where sometimes most of the chances lie. So I don't want to go into the first half 0-0, 1-0 down or whatever, and we've had big chances and we've not taken them, because the half-time talk is very important when situations like that happen to your team, or the opposition have had big chances. You go, right, we need to close up shot. If we keep giving these big chances, they're going to score. So it could be the worst thing for us, and we need to just be clinical. These are Premier League strikers anyway. They practice nearly every day. They are in training all the time. All the strikers and wingers concentrate on the finishing as well, and obviously beating a man and whatnot. They have to be more clinical. If they want to prove a point that they should be in the Premier League, or they want to play in the Premier League, or want to get higher than Everton, then they need to start proving the points of they're good enough, because they're not being clinical enough. But yeah, my predicted lineup, I'm gonna say probably the same side we played against Tottenham. Yeah, I can't see a change at all. To be honest, I think that's literally going to be the lineup. Potentially Dominic Calvert-Lewin instead of Mopé, but I think they're being a bit cautious with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I think they're going to try and just keep edging him into games, giving him more time every time. But we'll see. But Newcastle, yeah, it is what it is. Whoever they fucking play, they've got the tails up at the moment, so it's going to be fucking hard regardless. But if I'm going to give a prediction, I'm going to be brave on this one. It could easily be a Newcastle win here, but I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. Don't tell me who's going to score, because I don't want a fucking clue. Yeah, the worst teams to bet against Everton, honestly. If you're any opposition fan, don't bet on the Everton game. You'll probably never get it right. But anyway, I'll see you anyway. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back on Wednesday night to do my reaction to the game, and hopefully I'll have a smile on my face. Anyway, have a nice Monday night, everyone. See you later.